This is the well-known Israeli-Palestinian activist Jafar Rafah on Friday evening after a protest in the northern city of Haifa. He's under arrest, complaining that the officer detaining him hasn't been able to find a police car for half an hour. Throughout, he appears to be walking normally, without discomfort. This is Farah after his release from 3 days in police custody. He says a bone in his knee was broken in an assault inside Haifa police station, where his son was one of 18 other protesters being detained.
My son was bleeding, and I was in shock when I saw him, and he was asking me for help. And when I asked the police officer what you did to him, immediately he beated me and he threw me to the floor. Occupation standards will not stop on the border of the Green Line. What they do in the West Bank, they will bring it here.
The police officer is now under investigation. He's reportedly denied the accusation, with his lawyer telling Israeli media that the injury was probably sustained during the protest. The demonstration itself was in solidarity for Palestinians in Gaza, where Israeli army snipers have killed more than 100 and injured more than 3,500 protesters in recent weeks. In a statement, the Israeli police called the protest illegal, saying stones were thrown at police officers by the demonstrators, damage was caused and roads were blocked. As far as the circumstances are concerned as to the injury at the scene, the Ministry of Justice is looking into the incident. It's hardly the first time that a protest like this has been met with a response like this, but this demonstration here in Haifa has gained traction in the Israeli media, sparking a debate about freedom of speech and police tactics. Even small protests recently have attracted large numbers of Israeli security forces, often moving in to make forceful arrests. Farah's lawyer and fellow activist Hassan Jabarin says it's a deliberate attempt to discourage public expression.
Now, when you see a lot of policemen, you deter yourself. And if you have the courage to enter, you're taking a risk of brutality. So without using the law or changing the law could be liberal. The police itself at that moment will limit and shrink your space.
Jafar Rafah is finding support from left-wing Israeli activists. He says he'll wait to see the outcome of the investigation into police conduct. Nonetheless, he fully expects to be charged for taking part in the demonstration. Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Haifa.